national anthem. Hey, Michigan, I love ya. Let me guess. Well, I'll be damned. It's real Michigan. Shit kicker Michigan, backstrap Michigan, hell-raising Michigan, we the people Michigan. I love you madly. Do you feel the love? I gotta tell you, I'm so proud to be here today. I was born in Detroit in 1948 when it was the arsenal of democracy, and here we are at Williams Gun Site. It's the arsenal of democracy. Let's hear it for the arsenal. I don't know how this is going to sound with the cold on my guitar, but I know what the Michigan national anthem is. There I was, back in the wild again. I felt at home, where I belong. I had that feeling come over me again, just like it happened so many times before. Do you feel it? The spirit of the woods, he's like an old good friend. Makes me feel warm and good inside. I know his name. It's good to see him again. Can you see him? 'Cause in the Michigan wind, he's still alive. Talk about Fred Bear. Walk with me down the trail. Did you get that all right? Take me back where I belong. Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I would join on the big hunt before too long. It was kind of dark, another misty dusk, and it came from a tangle down below. And I tried to remember everything he taught me so well. I had to decide which way to go. It's coming on, boy. Was I alone or in a hunter's dream? The moment of truth is here and now. I felt his touch, I felt his guiding hand. I could feel the bump was mine forevermore, forevermore. Because of Fred Bear, I still walk down these trails again. He takes me back where I belong. Take me back, Fred Bear. I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I would join you on the big hunt before too long. We're not alone when we're in the great outdoors. Isn't that right? We got his spirit, we got his soul. And he will guide my steps that right, boys? Is that right? Restless spirit forever rolls. Hey, when I walk down this trail again, please takes me back where I belong. I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I can join you on the big hunt before too long. 'Cause in the wind, he's still alive. In the wind, he's still alive. 'Cause in the wind, I can hear Fred Bear. I'm a radical. I give a damn. I'm a radical. I believe in experimenting in self-government. I'm a radical. When the British come to Concord Bridge to take our guns, I shoot them in the face. Any questions? No. How many states is your First Amendment good in?
Everyone.
Do you need government-issued paperwork for that?
No.
Then what the hell happened to the Second Amendment? My name is Ted Nugent. I'm a free man, created in the image and likeness of God. I have self-evident truth-based guaranteed rights directly from God that the Founding Fathers wrote down. I have a First Amendment right in all 50 states. I have a First Amendment right on planet Earth.
Yes.
I have a Second Amendment right on planet Earth. Case closed. Any dirtbags back there want to debate me? I'd like to eat a face. Any questions? No! You just love that Michigan spirit, huh? Do I represent your Michiganiac piss and vinegar accurately? I represented your Michiganiac piss and vinegar. Well, I'm here to celebrate that there is hope for freedom and hope for God, family, country, Constitution, Bill of Rights, law and order.
Yeah.
If we can't get everybody you know, everybody at deer camp. We only have a few days left. Everybody at the bowling alley. Who, you bowl? I don't bowl. I shoot pins with a 45, but other than that. If we can't get 10 times this many working hard, playing hard, Michigan shit kickers to vote for Donald Trump, Gretchen Whitmer would like to thank you.
Ooh.
Rico Whitmer! So I know you guys, I am you guys. I'm you. You're me. We work hard. We like to work up a sweat. We like to work our fingers to the bone. We like to give. We don't want to take. We want to be an asset to our family, our neighborhood, our community, our country, the world. We want to be an asset to the good earth and harvest adequate surplus deer every October and November. That's what we want to do. We're so good I can hardly stand myself. We're the good. But the bad and the ugly is ready to crush us. It's not between, geez, I like some of the Republican ideas. I like them a little bit better than some of the Democrat ideas. I think, no, it's not that anymore. Now it's freedom versus Marxism.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Gretchen Whitmer's got a voting gang. It's called Antifa.
Yeah.
Gretchen Whitmer has supporters. It's a terrorist organization called Black Lives Matter. I'm telling you, my friends in Michigan, the worst day in America still trounces any other life in the world. We got it so good. There is no place like this. We We have to save the soul of America that is outlined in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, the Declaration of Independence. You have to get everybody you know to vote. Worse than Gretchen Whitmer, worse than Joe Biden, worse than Hillary Clinton, worse than Antifa is apathy.
Yeah.
Apathy. Conservatives who didn't vote rolled out the red carpet for Gretchen Whitmer. She didn't win, we lost. I've got the statistics. I love hunters. I live to eat venison. But do you know that in Michigan, this is going to break your heart and piss you off, half the Michigan hunting families don't vote. What in the hell is that? So I could go on forever because I love this state, I love this spirit, I love this country, and I love this great president who was sent here by the hand of God.
Amen.
So get out there, get everybody you know to vote. We don't want any more Jennifer Granholms or Rick Schneiders or Gretchen Whitmers. We don't want any more apologizers. We don't want any more compromisers. So I'm going to play, if you would join me right now. And one of my great heroes in 2020 and beyond is the great President of the United States' son, Donald Trump Jr., who is here with us today. So he insists that I play the ultimate walk-up music. Donald Trump Jr., here's your cue.
Trump. How many thousand times do you think you're going to beat the Obama or Biden rally down the road? I don't think they're putting together this many people even close. Guys, Michigan feels good because I know that you guys get it now. You understand that today's Democrat Party is not your grandparents' Democrat Party. It's not your parents' Democrat Party.
That's right.
It's not the Democrat Party that used to represent hard-working men and women in blue-collar jobs. That Democrat Party left you.
Right.
This Democrat Party is run by AOC, by Nancy Pelosi, by Kamala Harris. No, think about it. Think about it. Joe Biden spent 50 years supporting deals that took your jobs, your good-paying blue-collar jobs, and sent them to China. And they sent them to Mexico. He supported NAFTA. He supported TPP. He doubled down, quadrupled down, and kept going on NAFTA for decades. What did that do? He pushed. It killed you. You're right. It killed your job. It killed your companies. It killed our manufacturing sector. It took your American dream and shipped it to China. China, which, by the way, we now are finding out, happened to probably own the Bidens. We've seen that, right? I mean, think about it. Joe Biden's going to be down the road in the heart of manufacturing America. His son today owns 10% of a Chinese company that's taking jobs out of Michigan and sending them to China today, as we speak. Think about that. What do you think would happen? What do you think the media would say if Donald Trump Jr. owned a Chinese company that was taking jobs out of Michigan? Do you think I'd be able to get away with that?
No.
You think that'd be a story?
Oh, yeah.
But it shouldn't surprise us, because look at all the people that have the Bidens on the payroll. And more importantly, guys, look at who's censoring it.
Yeah.
The mainstream media, they're challenging other journalists. The mainstream media, the same babies who cried every time Donald Trump correctly called them fake news when they were pushing 4 years of Russia hoax. Now we have Russia collusion. Now we have China collusion.
Yep.
It just happens to be with the Bidens.
Yes.
And if the mainstream media spent 1% of the time they did attacking me, attacking my family, calling my father an agent of Russia, I guess because he needed the money. If they spend 1% of that time looking at the Bidens and their corruption, that they're compromised, if they spend 1% of that time, the Democrats wouldn't be running the most compromised candidate in the history of the U.S. presidency.
That's right.
But look at this. Look at what they're doing. Yeah, Gretchen Whitmer, she'd love to shut down Michigan. Just shut it down. 10, 12 years, who cares? Shut down the schools. Just turn on their iPhone for 5 minutes a day. No, seriously, that's their plan. That's Joe Biden's wonderful plan. Send your jobs to China, shut down America. Guess what? We can't handle that kind of shutdown. It hasn't worked across the world, but they don't know what to do. Again, they don't care if they destroy your jobs. They'll put you in a government program. You'll be a Democrat for life. That's their end game at this point. We've seen it. Look at the difference. My father said, he promised when this started, there will be a V-shaped recovery because he built a strong economy, and he was right. GDP growth, the highest ever. Guess what another shutdown does what's at stake. You do another shutdown like that because there happens to be a case in Guam. We shut down the whole country. There are companies that would be beyond the brink. There's a point of no return. Once they shut down, they're never reopening. That's your jobs.
Yep.
That's your livelihoods. We can be responsible. We can wash our hands. We can wear a mask. You know, if you're elderly and you have a pre-existing conditions, by all means. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach. But that's the failed policies of the Democrats because they have nothing else and they don't care. Just look at Michigan relative to the rest of the country. You know, I compare. They always, Andrew Cuomo of New York is a hero. I go, he's 50 out of 50 in every bad category. I mean, he's losing this thing, but because he'll talk badly about Donald Trump, they'll make him a hero. Same with your governor here.
Oh, yeah.
Your former governor, Rick Snyder, who allowed the waters of Flint to be poisoned, didn't say anything, covered it up, is permanently affecting lives, just endorsed Biden. That's exactly the kind of Republican I want because we don't want incompetence. We don't need loser rhinos that take all the people's lives. And try covering it up. But again, you know how to get out from under that controversy? You attack Donald Trump. That's why he's doing it. The second you become a love child of the Democrat Party, the media won't attack you for your incompetence. Just like they never attacked Obama and Biden for their incompetence in 2009 with the swine flu. Remember? The numbers of people that were infected before they did anything was 1,000 times. This one, you'll never hear that. Biden's own guy that was running it with him, like Mike Pence, right? Biden's own guy said, man, we got really lucky that thing wasn't deadly because we did everything wrong. And then they didn't replenish the PPE and they didn't do this, but that's what we're up against. That's why when I see crowds like this, it matters so much to me. Because you guys understand, you understand what we are up against. We're up against a multi-billion-dollar mainstream media organization that has decided they want to be activists. Activists for the radical left. They don't want to be journalists. If they wanted to be journalists, they'd ask Joe Biden the questions about this corruption, but they won't do that. When they asked, one guy was brave enough to ask the question, they attacked him viciously. A journalist from a 200-year-old paper, right? This isn't fake news. If it was fake news, the Biden campaign would have denied it 10 days later. They would have denied it in 1 second if it wasn't true. But that's not what they did. They got together and they said, how do we answer this? Did you have the meeting? 3 days later, they put all the spin guys in a room, probably called the people in the media, what's the excuse we can use to get out from under this? 3 days later, they came up with, the meeting wasn't in the vice president's official calendar. I'm sorry, guys, but the meeting, that's great, that's wonderful. That's wonderful, it wasn't, guess what, boys and girls? Not even Joe Biden's dumb enough to put meet with corrupt Russian or Chinese official who's paying Hunter $10 million and Hunter's holding 10 for me, the big guy. I don't think he would put that in his official calendar. That's just one of many, though. That's the problem, right? Then you have the $1.5 billion from China to Hunter Biden, just so you guys understand, right? $1.5 billion into a fund. There's a typical 2% fee structure, 20% of the profits in a fund model. The Chinese government, a Chinese sovereign wealth fund run by the government, gave Hunter Biden $1.5 billion. That is, in the 2% model, $30 million a year, annual, in fees to the Biden family from the Chinese government.
He sold out!
You guys work your asses off. And you've never seen a fraction of that. Hunter Biden's making more in a day than many people are making in a year from the Chinese government. You think Joe's going to be tough on China?
No!
He pushed for their permanent status in the World Trade Organization, which took your jobs to China. We already know that Hunter owns 10% of a Chinese company that's doing it in Michigan today. And he's going to win Michigan?
No!
He shouldn't. But again, we don't have social media running cover for us like they are for the Bidens, not linking to the stories of corruption, not allowing conservatives like myself to push the message, shutting us down on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, linking to things lies. It's been debunked. No, it's not. I'll show you the wire at the U.S. Treasury, just like I'll show you the $3.5 million to Hunter from the associate of Putin in Moscow. Media, for all of you guys and all of the screaming you did about Russia collusion, we actually have it, and you're no longer interested. What's going on, folks?
Right.
So, guys, we're fighting for our freedoms. We're fighting for our country. And you have Donald Trump, who's able and willing to fight for you. A guy who did not need this job. A guy that knew how rough it was going to be. And I know that because he told me. As we were going down in the elevator, June 16th, 2015. You watched it? A lot of people did. It was going to... So that was right before he went down the escalator with Melania, right? So he looked me in the eyes. We were going down as a family in the elevator. It was about that moment that I was like, oh my God, this is real. I wasn't sure until that point. I was like, I don't know, let's say 50-50. And he looked me in the eyes and he goes, and now we find out who our real friends are. And truer words have never been spoken. It showed he knew all those people, all the celebrities, all the politicians, all the governors, the Clintons, all those people. Oh my God, now. You put that little R next to your name. All the rappers. He was in what, like 243 something like rap songs? Second year Republican, that's all gone. He knew it with that statement. But what's really important is he knew it and he did it anyway because it's worth it. And that's why we have, and that's why he created the strongest economy America has ever known. Remember when Obama said, well, there's no magic wand for that, Donald, in 16? There is a magic wand, Obama, abracadabra. You just didn't have it. And Biden shutting down the country is sure as hell not going to help it. It's going to destroy it. It's going to take what's left of that economy that Donald Trump created and run it into the ground. But again, they don't care. Donald Trump created the lowest level of unemployment for every demographic in America, for African Americans, for women, for Hispanics, the highest number of new startup businesses for all those same groups. You think that happened by accident? No. No. It happened because you have someone running the country that's actually signed the front of a paycheck, not just the back. And then we get it's not just about the economy. How about our standing on the world stage? We've taken out more terrorists than anyone. ISIS doesn't exist anymore. SEAL Team 6, I guess, last night, got one of our hostages out of Nigeria. Took out the bad guys. Because Donald Trump's letting our guys do what they need to do on the ground, not letting a lawyer in D.C. in an air-conditioned office make decisions.
Right.
Donald Trump took on the military establishment, pulling us out of the endless wars.
Yeah.
We're only in it because the guys in the Pentagon, their retirement plan is to get a board seat at Raytheon. You know what? We'll make $1 million a year. Let's stay in the wars.
Yep.
You know, we'll send missiles over there. We'll use them. We'll build roads, tunnels, and bridges in Afghanistan. They'll be blown up a week later, but who cares? It's only a few $1 trillion. They're mortgaging your child's future with their stupidity. Donald Trump wants to pull our guys out of there and rebuild those tunnels, bridges, and roads in Michigan. He also wants to rebuild our military, so if we actually have to use it, we're actually ready. And then you got the big one, boys and girls. Middle East peace. For years I've been hearing Donald Trump's doing it all wrong in the Middle East. I go, I'll bite. I'll bite. Tell me, why is that? Well, because the experts say so. I go, please explain to me, in the last 37 years, what exactly the experts have done.
Nothing.
You got it right, yes, Jack. Jack shit, I can say it, I've already That's what it is, but that's how DC works. You go against them, oh, they'll attack you, they'll lie about you. You know, anonymous source articles will pop up in 5 minutes. For people who were never in the room, doesn't matter, some leftist rag will run it. They'll use it to run a news cycle for weeks and then. Ends up being a lie. Everyone that's ever been in the room is like, I'm on the record saying that didn't happen. So
No more
doesn't matter.
bullshit!
But Donald Trump's willing to take on those guys. He's willing to change up the game plan. Not just go with what the special interests say, not just go with what the lobbyists say, not just go with what the power brokers in DC and the establishment say. He's willing to change up the game, and that's why we get results. That's why we have more peace deals in the area now. That's unheard of.
No more bullshit!
Yeah, Obama got the Nobel Prize 11 days. 11 days into his presidency, he was nominated. He didn't even know where the sock drawer was yet. Okay, guys? That's what we're up against. So remember that, because you have to speak to your friends. They have to understand, as I said earlier, this is not your grandparents' Democrat Party anymore.
Right.
You can't vote with those traditions because this party, this Democrat Party, doesn't represent you anymore. They're more concerned about the 9,276 genders